Oh, I absolutely love comments like this. And your mama, you're right, but you're so very wrong. And I'm going to explain to you how. You see, you don't realize you're talking to a history guy here, so I'm going to give you a quick history lesson, but I have to start here. I always love when I'm debating people and they try to bring up slavery and the Democratic Party as if black folks don't know about their history or understand why we vote the way that we do. So let's take a history lesson, shall we? You're absolutely correct when you say the Democratic Party, and it should say was, not is, was the party of slavery. They did fight to preserve it, while the Republicans, led by Abraham Lincoln, fought to end it, and thank God they were successful at doing so. But history would suggest that the story doesn't end there. You see, after slavery was ended, they told these former slaves, okay, you're free, go make a life now for your own, or you can stay here and work for your former master. But there was no real plans to integrate them back into society, not until the 1930s, under a progressive by the name of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was trying to fix the country after the disaster years of Herbert Hoover. And he brought a lot of social programs, that word that Republicans love to throw around, socialists, even though we benefit from a lot of socialist programs. And in it, he wanted to address low income families and most notably black families, because his wife Eleanor was not about that segregation life. She didn't like things being unequal. And so they fought for progressive legislation that helped improve. There you started to see the beginning stages of the party's realignment. Well, that was continued by Harry Truman, his successor, after he passed away. And then we have to flash forward to the 1960s, where that young fella out of Brookline, Massachusetts, John F. Kennedy, became president. And he started working with the civil rights movement. He started working with the leaders. He would meet with Dr. Martin Luther King, Ralph Abernathy, Billy Kyles, and all of these guys. And things started to improve. Well, ultimately, Kennedy was assassinated. And then you had his successor, a Southern Democrat at that, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who, to everyone's surprise, actually continued those progressive policies and signed into law the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act, which ultimately caused the parties to do a complete flip. And those Democrats of yesterday are today's Republicans, and the Republicans of yesterday are today's Democrats. So you were right when you said the Democratic Party, it should say was, the party of slavery. But that's today's Republicans. And I find your comment so interesting because you said you wrote in Andrew Yang in the 2020 election, who ran as a Democrat, by the way, but your talking points sound awfully similar to Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis and Greg Abbott and all of those guys. I'm a little confused, so I hope this helped you.